Okay, time to make another travel video. Retirement, all the other stuff, man. Haven't made a travel video in a while. Just based on traveling and retiring, man. What the fuck? Damn, all them fucking cars, man. California is still too full, man. Especially the Bay Area. They got too many people living out here, man. Always traffic and shit. Anyway, so the plan is to go into early retirement. That's the plan for a lot of men out here, man. A life where you can just do what the fuck you want without a fucking boss breathing down your neck. Wow, without having to punch a fucking goddamn clock every single day and night. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of guys are gravitating toward Thailand. Thailand is one of the best places to retire, and to live the rest of your life, and basically live an easy life. Hopefully, I retire there soon, and I can live an easier life, and maybe I can live a longer life, man. But another reason why men are gravitating toward Thailand for retirement is because of the cost of fucking living. Oh shit! Fuck! Fucking potholes on the fucking ground, dude. The cost of living is fucking, man, it's cheap. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, the food is cheap, the drinks are cheap, cheaper, and then the fucking women. There's so many fucking women for each man out there. There's no problem with finding a woman out there in Thailand like it is here in the West. In the West, it'll take you decades to fucking find a woman. Out in Thailand, it will take you a week to find you a girlfriend or a wife. I'm not playing. That's how easy it is to fucking find a woman in Thailand. Another thing, man, there's not so many goddamn juggernauts to fucking compete with. In the US, there's so many goddamn juggernauts that it's going to be nearly impossible for you to find a girlfriend or a wife. Or just sex. It makes it hard to find sex when there's so many juggernauts around you. You see what I'm saying? So, it's a good, nice, comfortable, easy living. And the place is not like filled with violence. The Philippines is a little bit more dangerous. That's the reason why I recommend you do not. The Philippines, you can retire there, but it's a little bit more dangerous. The crime rate is through the charts in the Philippines, man. That's what I heard. But Thailand, you don't have to worry about so much violence. You don't have to worry about, finding a girlfriend. That's the most important. The most thing that niggas complain about is finding a wife. You see what I'm saying? Or a girlfriend. Out here, you have to fucking do magic tricks to find it out here, bruh. You see what I'm saying? So the idea, man, is to retire in Thailand. Comfortably, though. make sure even if you got a few $1,000,000 to retire on, you still gotta budget your money. That's all it is, man. You're not super rich. You can't go on shopping sprees every day. You can't date gold digging, Thai women and shit all the time. No. If you're retired, you only got like $1,000,000 in the bank, you still have to budget. Month to month until you die. Simple as that. Now, if you retire early like me, which I plan to retire early, then yeah, you're gonna need about at least $500,000 to retire on. 500 grand. $500,000. So, and then you gotta stretch that money, man, because it's only 500 grand. That means you're gonna have to limit the amount of time that you go out and have drinks. You're gonna have to find you a comfortable girlfriend, okay? You can't go date hookers and strippers and shit all the time. These bar girls, that shit is costly, man, to hang out with those bitches, man, in Thailand. Hanging out with bar bitches and shit like that, that shit will cost you a fortune if you do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? The shit adds up. So a lot of motherfuckers, they moving to Thailand. There's a lot of expat guys, a lot of like foreign guys from all over the globe. They want to retire in Thailand because of the cost of living and the convenience. And like I said, the women is why a lot of like older guys retire in Thailand for, because in the West, once you get over 40 years old, man, you are considered washed up by a lot of like young women, bro. Yeah, you can work out and keep your body in shape, man, but that ain't gonna do nothing when it, compared to the motherfuckers that's around you, man. You got juggernauts all around you. Like I said, the U.S. is full of juggernauts, full of dudes who make a whole lot of money. In Thailand, there's not a whole lot of men that make money, man. You see what I'm saying? In Thailand, there's not a whole lot of rich men. It's not. I checked. There's not a whole lot of rich men to compete with. You see what I'm saying? There's not a whole lot of buff dudes walking around. There's no Chads or Tyrones to compete with. So when you take all that shit out of the middle, man, you're going to have an easier time getting women there in Thailand. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of guys, that's the reason why a lot of guys are moving out there. It's the hell with the U.S., man. Especially older guys like in their 50s and 60s. They're having a hard time getting young women in the West. They say, okay, I don't want to retire here because I'm having a hard time getting, females. In Thailand, there's easy access to the pussy, bro. No lie, no joke. Easy access, bro. You see what I'm saying? Easy access to the pussy. Out here, you will struggle. Even if you got stability, you got a pension and shit like that, it don't matter. These females see you as old. Once you get over 35, 40, they see you as old. They don't want to have nothing to do with you. Dudes over 40, if you ain't got status or a whole lot of money, you are basically invisible to the young females. But not in Thailand. Oh yeah, not in Thailand. Thailand, you are visible, especially if you're an expat guy, you a black dude from the U.S. or you're a white guy from the U.K. or the U.S., bruh, you are visible. They see you. and they're going to step to you. They're going to be aggressive with you. See, those women out there, they ain't got a whole lot of options to choose from, like the women in the West. Women in the U.S., they got so many goddamn options. You know what I'm saying? Not just the U.S., but the West in itself. The Western civilization is full of options for females. And they got the pick of the litter out here. That's why you see a lot of like dudes slowing down, dating fat women or settling for fat women because that's all they can get. All the juggernaut guys, they get all the good shit. Chaz Tyrone's, dudes with money, they get all the good shit. So basically, the average man is being kicked off the fucking face of the earth. You see what I'm saying? Thailand, let me tell you, it's the place to be, man. I did my research, bro. Thailand is the best place to retire in any. I mean, out of the fucking like foreign countries, Thailand is the best place. You don't want to retire anywhere else. You see what I'm saying? You know, come on, man. Damn. Gotta go around this guy, man, cause he playing around. I ain't got no time for no bullshit, man. So any guy that's past 40 years old, you're gonna struggle getting young women, bro, out here in the West. Too many men to compete with. They don't need your money out here, okay? They don't need your stability. Out here in the West, it's all about looks and youth. If you ain't in your 20s and shit, bro, no woman's gonna be checking for you. Let me tell you, when I was in my 20s, there was tons of fucking women checking for me, bro. Even older ones in their 40s and shit checking for me. And I had women in their 20s checking for me. It's all about youth and looks for a man in the West. If you're not youthful, you know, you don't have looks, if you don't have a whole lot of money, then you are invisible because there's too many men around with a whole lot of money, bro. That's willing to give their money to like young females. So what do they got to settle for you for? You a guy that's over 35, 40, 45, 50. So they don't have to settle for you like they did back in, you know, those times. Thailand, on the other hand, it's a different story. Like I said, women don't have the options like they do here in the U.S. They don't. What, Thailand women, they got options between lady boys. Okay, a lot of men out there are lady boys, bruh. So that takes away from the fucking the straight male population, the heterosexual male population. Okay, lady boys, they take that they minus from that. You see what I'm saying? And then there's not a whole lot of rich men to go around in Thailand. It's not. I checked. There's not a whole lot of rich men. I did my homework. No, not like the U.S. The U.S. has tons and tons of millionaires, especially California, brother, where I'm struggling at. Are you kidding me? Any female that's over a 7, okay? Any fucking, you know, any woman that's over a 7 here in the West, especially in California, they having a ball, man. They got dudes out here whining and dining them, giving them money. You know what I'm saying? Then when they see you, they're like, oh, man, shit, this guy ain't shit. He ain't got no money. He look like he old. He over 40. It's a wrap. I noticed I started to struggle once I got over 30. Getting young women, man. I remember the struggle was real, bro. Here in the West, if you ain't making a whole lot of money, if you ain't young, if you ain't tall, you're gonna struggle, man. That's why you gotta move to Thailand. That's the only place for you, bro. That's the only place for you. You see what I'm saying? Now, you need more than that. You need more than $200, bro. I say about $1,000 a month. You can get away with that. Now, you need more than $200, bro. That's on the real low. Oh, shit. I turned it. I missed my turn. You need more than that, bro. I say about 1,000 at base, and then I say about you do a whole lot better with $2,000 a month. Thailand is not that cheap. Trust me. I did my research. I did my homework, and I did my research on how much it was gonna cost to retire there. And yeah, I say about $1,000 and up. If you want to live comfortably, $2,000 a month for all expenses and bills and shit. And then you want to take it up a notch, I say $3,000 a month. You want to take it a notch if you really want to live really, really good, about $3,000 a month. Out here, people wipe their ass with $3,000 a month. That ain't shit. You see what I'm saying? $3,000 a month out here, you're in poverty. $3,000 a month in Thailand, you living good, man. Lobster, steak, and shrimp every weekend, bruh. Not every day, every weekend. So, man, pack your bags, you know what I'm saying? Start, like, thinking about the future, bro, and head over to Thailand to retire for the rest of your life, man. Make sure that money is tight, because you will be getting back on that plane back over here to the U.S. Guarantee you. You don't. That's the last place you want to go, bro. Let's see. Move to Thailand, bro. That's the best place to go out of all the places in the world. If you like Thai women, anyway. You know, if you want to live in, there's cities like Bangkok, okay, and Pattaya is pretty expensive because it's a fucking tourist area. Pattaya is very expensive to live in for their living anyway, because it's a tourist spot. There's a whole lot of fucking bars and clubs, entertainment and shit like that out there in Pattaya, Pattaya, what they call it. That's how you pronounce it. It's called Pattaya. That's how you pronounce it. Pattaya. It's a city in Thailand. I did my research, and I don't want to live in Pattaya. I want to live somewhere else. I don't want to live near the bars and clubs. Another thing, bruh, if you want to have some entertainment, you know what I mean, it's gonna cost you. With the ladies and stuff, going to bars and shit, man. It's gonna cost you. Pattaya is the home of the adult entertainment. You see what I'm saying? You want to get you a lady for tonight? You can go to Pattaya, and you can. You want to be, it's just like that. It's not like the U.S. You see what I'm saying? It's not like the U.S. You can go into Pattaya, or Pattaya. They got me pronouncing it wrong. You can go to Pattaya and get you a dime piece and chill with her for the whole entire night and spend the night with her. You know what I'm saying? That's how easy it is to find sex and companionship in Thailand. Very easy, man. So you have to go, man. It's a good paradise to fucking retire in, bro. This American place, bro, this is not the place to live, bro. And oh yeah, the people are nice there, bro. There's less racism in Thailand. Let's talk about racism in Thailand. They're not like the U.S. Now, every now and then, you're going to run into a little bit of racism in Thailand, but it's not like the U.S. The U.S. has more racism. That's why when somebody told me, "Oh, you're an expat, they're going to discriminate against you when you're there," I'm like, bruh, I get discriminated against here even more than if I was in Thailand. Thailand people are very helpful. They're very friendly. Okay. Even toward me as a black man living in Thailand, They're very nice and kind and gentle there toward me. I haven't been there, but I heard from other black, like foreign men that live there. They said, man, this is the best place ever. Now, they say there is a little bit of racism, but it comes from other expat guys, like white men there. They'll call you the N-word there and shit. You'll run it. That's the only time you might like experience racism, when you cross paths with a white guy from the UK or from the US. That's the only time you're gonna experience racism. Other than that, the Thai people are cool, kind, gentle, sweet. They smile all the time at you. Definitely the good outweigh the bad. Out here in the US, the bad outweigh the good, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So retire in Thailand, bro. That's the place for you, man. And hey, you can escape racism. You know, all you could do is just dumb it down by going to another country like Thailand. There's not a whole lot of racism out there, bro. Trust me. Like I said, there's a little bit, but it ain't like the U.S. It ain't as racist as the U.S. Let's put it this way. You want a dose of racism, come to the U.S. Anyway, man, I gotta end the video and shit, man. I get back to work and shit. You guys have a good night, man. I'm hungry, shit. I think I might have me some Chipotle for dinner. Peace out, take care, and bless. And stay thinking about Thailand for retirement, man. Go ahead and do it. Peace out, especially if you like Asian women, Thai women. Peace out, take care, and bless.